All right, let's dive into this AI for mechanical engineers. How this is changing everything. We've
Absolutely.
got articles about designing smarter cars, predicting when your equipment needs maintenance, all sorts of things.
It's exciting, you know? AI is really giving engineers a whole new set of tools.
Yeah.
It's not about robots taking over or anything like that. It's all about using data to design and build things better, faster.
So less science fiction, more like practical solutions.
Exactly. Think about it. Instead of spending weeks crunching numbers,
Yeah.
imagine software that can analyze tons of data in seconds and help you optimize a design.
Okay, so I'm intrigued, but for those of us who don't speak AI, can you give us a real-world example?
Sure. Let's say you're designing a heat exchanger.
Heat exchanger.
These are used everywhere, power plants, your refrigerator.
Right.
Traditionally, you would have to rely on a lot of trial and error to find the most efficient design.
I'm guessing AI can speed that up.
Absolutely. One of the articles mentions how AI can be used to analyze different heat exchanger designs
Right.
and predict their performance under different conditions.
So you find the optimal design much faster.
Exactly. You save time, you save resources.
So it's like having a superpowered assistant who can instantly test out thousands of possibilities.
That's a great way to put it. And this applies to all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Another article talks about how AI is being used to design more fuel-efficient cars.
Okay.
By analyzing data on aerodynamics and engine performance, AI can help engineers create designs that use less gas.
That's pretty impressive. Are there any other cool examples?
One article that really stood out to me was about AI being used to design America's Cup boats.
Those high-tech sailboats that practically fly across the water.
Yeah, exactly. AI can analyze fluid dynamics and come up with crazy efficient hull shapes.
So it gives them a serious advantage.
Absolutely.
Wow, so AI is even conquering the high seas.
Right.
Sounds like the possibilities are pretty much endless.
And we're only getting started.
Yeah.
Another area where it's making a big difference is predictive maintenance.
Okay.
Imagine being able to predict when a piece of equipment is going to fail before it actually breaks down.
That would be a game changer for like any industry that relies on heavy machinery.
Totally. No more unexpected downtime, costly repairs.
Wow.
AI can analyze sensor data from machines,
Oh.
detect subtle patterns that indicate potential problems.
Oh, so you can schedule maintenance in advance.
Exactly. You avoid those costly breakdowns.
So AI is not just about designing things,
Yeah.
it's also about keeping them running smoothly.
Exactly. Working smarter, not harder.
I like that.
One of the articles even mentioned how AI can optimize maintenance schedules
Oh, wow.
to minimize disruptions and figure out the best time to service things.
Okay, I'm starting to see how AI could really change things for mechanical engineers.
Yeah,
But let's get a little more technical.
sure.
One article mentioned different types of machine learning.
Uh-huh.
Can you break those down for us?
Of course. So think of machine learning as a set of techniques that allow computers to learn from data.
Okay.
One type is called supervised learning.
Supervised learning.
Imagine you're teaching a child to recognize different animals using flashcards.
Okay, so you're showing them a picture of a dog and saying, this is a dog.
Exactly. With supervised learning, you feed the AI labeled data,
Yeah.
like images of animals with their labels,
Uh-huh.
and it learns to recognize patterns.
Oh, so this is great for things
Yeah.
like or predicting equipment failures based on patterns.
Exactly. It's all about learning from labels.
So that's supervised learning. What about the other one?
Another type is unsupervised learning.
Unsupervised learning.
Here, you don't give the AI any labels.
Oh, okay.
It's like giving a kid a pile of toys and letting them figure out how to sort them.
So they're just looking for patterns on their own.
Exactly. The AI looks for patterns and relationships in the data all on its own. This can be useful for things like grouping customers with similar buying habits or identifying anomalies in manufacturing processes.
So it's like AI is playing detective, searching for clues hidden in the data.
That's a great way to think about it.
Oh.
And then you have reinforcement learning, which is all about learning through trial and error.
Oh.
Think about it like a child learning to ride a bike.
Okay.
They're trying different things, making mistakes, and gradually figuring out what works best.
Right. So they're learning by doing.
Exactly. In reinforcement learning, the AI is doing the same thing.
Interesting.
It's used for tasks like training robots to perform complex actions.
Wow.
Or optimizing control systems for things like self-driving cars.
So we've got supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning,
Yep.
all playing a role in how AI is changing mechanical engineering.
Exactly. And each one has its own strengths and applications, making AI a very versatile tool.
That's incredible. We've covered so much. It sounds like AI is not just a fad, it's here to stay.
It's here to stay.
But what does that mean for mechanical engineers, like on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah,
How is this technology changing the way they work?
that's a great question.
So we talked about the different types of machine learning and some really cool examples of AI in action.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, how is it actually being used by engineers in their daily work?
Well, one area is in the design process.
Right.
You know, those America's Cup boats we talked about?
Uh-huh.
AI is being used to optimize all sorts of complex systems, from jet engines to wind turbines.
So instead of relying on intuition and experience, they can use AI to help make design decisions.
Exactly. One article I read explains how AI can create these, what they call quasi-real-time performance maps.
Quasi-real-time performance map.
Yeah, it basically means you can tweak a design and instantly see how those changes affect performance.
So no more building 100 prototypes just to find the best one.
Nope, it's a huge time saver. And AI isn't limited to optimizing existing designs. One article mentions generative design.
Generative design.
Yeah, where AI actually comes up with new design ideas based on what the engineer wants.
Hold on. AI can come up with its own designs. How does that even work?
It's pretty amazing. Imagine you're designing a lightweight bracket for an aircraft.
Okay.
You tell it what you need, the strengths, the weight, the material, and the AI software generates a bunch of different options that fit.
So it's like having a brainstorming partner that can come up with thousands of ideas in seconds.
Exactly. And some of those designs are things that a human engineer might never have thought of.
That's mind-blowing. But design is just one part of it.
Yeah.
What about the manufacturing side? How is AI being used there?
Oh, AI is making a big impact in manufacturing, too. Think about a production line.
Okay.
There's tons of data coming from all those sensors and machines.
Right.
AI can analyze that data to identify bottlenecks, predict equipment failures, and even optimize the flow of material.
So it's like having a million tiny inspectors constantly monitoring every step.
That's a great analogy. And AI can also help with quality control. Let's say you're making parts for airplanes. AI can analyze images of those parts and find even the tiniest defect.
Oh, wow. So it's helping make sure those critical components are made to the highest standard.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just catching defects. AI can actually help make the whole manufacturing process better.
Okay.
Faster production, less waste, lower costs.
So it's really transforming the whole product life cycle from design to manufacturing.
It is. And it's not just about efficiency. AI is also helping engineers tackle tougher challenges.
Like what?
Like designing more sustainable products and systems.
Speaking of sustainability, one article mentioned using AI to design more energy-efficient heat exchangers.
Oh, yeah. Heat exchangers are used everywhere.
Right.
Power plants, air conditioners, all sorts of things. And making them more efficient can make a big difference in how much energy we use. AI can analyze different designs and figure out how they'll perform, helping engineers make designs that use less energy.
So AI is helping us build a greener future.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. But let's not forget about self-driving cars.
Right.
How does that connect back to mechanical engineering?
Well, self-driving cars might seem like it's all software, but they're really complex machines,
Right.
and they need a lot of mechanical engineering.
So it's not just about the algorithms that drive the car, it's about the design and engineering of the car itself.
Exactly. Mechanical engineers work on everything from the chassis to the suspension, the brakes, the steering.
Right.
And AI is playing a big part in making sure those systems are safe, high-performing, and efficient.
One article even talked about using AI to design the side view mirrors.
Yeah,
To reduce drag and lift, which can improve fuel efficiency.
that's right. And AI can help personalize the driving experience, too.
How so?
By analyzing how the driver behaves and adjusting things like the seat position, climate control, even how the car responds.
So the car learns your driving style and adapts to you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow, AI is really shaping the future of transportation.
It is. And it's only going to get more innovative from here.
This is all super exciting, but I'm sure some people are feeling a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
We've covered so much. What's the key takeaway for engineers who are just starting to look into AI?
I think the most important thing is to remember that AI is a tool.
Okay.
It's not here to replace engineers. It's here to make them better at what they do.
So don't be scared of it. Embrace it.
Exactly. And you don't have to become an expert overnight.
Right.
Just start by learning the basics
Okay.
and then figure out how you can use it in your own work.
That sounds like a good approach.
Yeah, and there's a lot of resources out there to help you.
But how do you keep up with all the new stuff? This field is changing so fast.
It is. One of the best things you can do is join some online communities
Oh,
where engineers are talking about their experiences and projects. It's a great way to learn from others.
like a support group for AI engineers.
Exactly. And if you want something more formal, there are online courses and even master's degrees in AI for engineers.
So there's something for everyone.
There is. And one more thing I'd emphasize is experimentation.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to try things out. Even if you make mistakes, you'll learn a lot that way.
So tinker, explore, and have fun with it.
Exactly. That's the best way to figure out how AI can change your work.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah, we have.
We've looked at all the different ways AI is impacting mechanical engineering and how engineers can get started with this technology.
It's just the beginning.
But I have a feeling this is just the start of our AI journey.
Absolutely.
What else do we have in store for our listeners in the final part of our deep dive?
Well, we're going to get even more practical. We'll talk about specific steps engineers can take to use AI in their work and some resources to help them get started.
Okay, we've seen AI revolutionizing the design of boats, the way we make products, all sorts of things.
It's pretty amazing stuff.
But I want to get practical. For all the mechanical engineers listening, what are some concrete steps they can take to actually use AI?
Well, one article I saw suggested focusing on developing what they called analytical skills and expertise.
Okay, so it's not just learning how to code, it's about like thinking critically about the problem you're trying to solve.
Exactly. AI is a tool, but it's only as good as the person using it.
Right.
Engineers need to be able to, figuring what the right problem is,
Yeah.
get the right data, and actually understand what the results of their AI models are telling them.
Okay, so step one, sharpen those problem-solving skills.
Yeah.
What's next?
Well, learning some basic programming is a good idea.
Okay,
Python is really popular for AI and machine learning.
Python. Okay, what about those of us who haven't since college?
Absolutely. There are a lot of really specifically designed for engineers.
Yeah.
They often have really intuitive interfaces that don't require you to be a coding expert.
Oh, so you can kind of ease into it?
Exactly.
That's good. That's a relief.
Yeah.
But how do you keep up with all the new advancements?
That's a good question.
It seems like this field is moving so fast.
It really is. One of the best things you can do is join online communities and forums
Okay.
where other engineers are sharing their experiences and projects.
Yeah.
It's a great way to learn from what other people are doing.
Like a virtual support group for AI-curious engineers.
Exactly.
What about more formal education? Are there any specific courses or programs that would be helpful?
There are tons of online courses,
Okay.
even master's degrees in AI specifically for engineers.
Oh, wow.
If you really want to make AI a core part of your career,
Yeah.
those programs can give you a really strong foundation.
Okay, so we've got options for every level of commitment.
We do.
But what about for those who are feeling really ambitious?
Yeah.
Any advice for engineers who are thinking about starting their own AI companies?
One article pointed out that the integration of AI is still in its early stages.
Oh, okay.
Which means there's a huge opportunity for new ideas and entrepreneurship.
So if you've got a great idea for an AI-powered product, now's the time to go for it.
Absolutely. And there are more and more investors and incubators that are specifically looking to support AI startups.
So if you have a good business plan,
Yeah,
a passionate team,
there's never been a better time to take the leap.
that's inspiring. But for the average mechanical engineer who maybe isn't ready to start a company, what's the most important thing to remember about AI?
I'd say don't be intimidated. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it takes practice to get good at it.
So tinker, explore, don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Exactly. AI is always evolving, so there's always something new to learn.
Yeah.
Embrace the challenge. You might just be the one to create the next big thing in AI for mechanical engineering.
On that note of boundless possibility, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive.
It has been a journey.
We've seen the incredible power of AI, how it's changing mechanical engineering, and even given some advice for those who want to get started. Absolutely.
Remember, the future of mechanical engineering is in your hands. Use AI wisely, ethically, creatively, and let's build a future where technology helps us solve the world's toughest problems.
I like that. Well said.
Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.